Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Let It Die. So, this episode is going to be another, as you can tell by the title of the previous one, it's part 2. This episode, U-10 fighting her again, just going to call it her, because sounds female. So let's see. Yeah. I realize it was rather abrupt, the win last time, so I didn't get to show off her moves. So this episode I'll be trying to show off all of her moves, and I hope I don't die. I've got death medals, I'd rather not use them to recover. If I do need to recover, I'll just have to weigh the cost. Whenever you die onto any floor, you have to weigh the cost of everything you have equipped on that fighter. Is it worth the costs that it's going to be to recover them? And on the top floors it's 100 something thousand, so I don't know. Everything I'm wearing here, did it cost me 100,000 plus to get? You also have to deliberate with yourself whether or not like the decals you're wearing are rare enough to want to keep. You know, none of these decals are necessarily rare or difficult to get. Most of them are premium, so they won't be lost on recovery of fighter after a haterfy. So the decals are not an issue. I've got a couple of slightly rarer mushrooms. I mean, the grilled garchroom is a rare kind of mushroom, so, and this cost a bit, but I'd say that what I'm wearing is not worth more than 100,000. So probably if I die, recovery would be going and killing this haterfied fighter instead of buying them back. That's always a thought. And that's always something you have to take into account. Buying back your fighter is not usually the most efficient, not always the most efficient way. And in fact, when going for progress, fighting new bosses, I would highly recommend not using fighters that are wearing decals that are too important or too difficult to get. For the lower floors I did, because I know the game, but I've always been, I've been wearing Poison Eater, and that's a rare decal, so I'd never really had the option on the table to go and kill a haterfied fighter. But if we die, I don't want to spend the death metals, actually, I don't want to spend death metals on recovery, so I'm definitely gonna go and kill haterfied if we do haterfy. Hopefully not, of course. You never expect a death, it always comes unexpectedly in this game. So hey, we'll see. Gone ahead and expanded the storage, Kiwakaseto, get all that rid of, login bonus, yeah, we've just gotten past the tower reset. Actually, is this thing already active to today's offering? I think so. What is this? Pure copper times 5. That, I don't know, that might be worth it. Anyway, this episode U10. Next episode I'm going to be going over some 30 plus farming tactics for low 30s. Farming in 30 to 35 strategy. So let's have a look. This is a loadout. I've got just about the same as I did last time. Healing options, attack plus shroom, and a strong shroom. Always recommended. In fact, you trivialize a lot of bosses, provided you have a weapon that does enough damage with you. You trivialize a lot of bosses by having certain mushrooms. Like if you got the garchroom, the transparengus, or the slowmungus, if you got one of those, or multiples of those, you can really trivialize bosses completely. Like slowmungus and transparengus, the OG strong shrooms, are stackable. So you don't even have to worry about the timer running out, or at least you don't have to worry about... I'm just going to carry on while I'm talking. I think we're good to go. Yep. Off we go. Tokuse is the floor to beat. Yeah, you don't even have to worry. Like, one of the dangers with, let's say, Transparengus is when it runs out, the boss spots you. The same with Slow Mungus. You might be wailing on a boss and it's almost running out. The minute it runs out, you might be in the middle of an attack animation and you get your ass kicked, and that's a waste of shrooms. So you could just stack those suckers. You know, you can stack 2 slow munguses, transparanguses, and double the time that you have to wail on the boss. Of course, you know, you have to make use of the opening, so it does feel like a waste if you let's say you're on Jindai and she's just jumped up to a higher position while you've stacked those, then you know the timer is wasting for both of those slow mungus, while you could have had one lying as an ace, as a trump card up your sleeve. Do I have room? No, not really, not necessarily. Don't have room. Also, for this run, I've brought the Drill Arm Plus, just in case. This thing costs black metal to upgrade. It does cost materials from these floors, but considering we're here already, it doesn't cost red metal to upgrade, so perfectly legal weapon. Yeah, 740 damage in comparison to the 350 with the pork chopper. It's double the damage, kind of serious deal. Loink. Walnut. But I'll be going over these floors in the next episode. Now we're just reaching U-10. Get through. Oh, do I have my cooking thingamajig here? Oh, I'll cook, yeah. No. I want a down attack. Have to stump the turtle open before you... Come on, can you aim at that thing properly? Jesus, whatever, I don't care. Stupid nonsense. Not the most efficient cooking tool, I guess. Whatever. Nice. Almost didn't manage to hit him. Hit him with the last second, the weapons active frames. Really, turtles? I cannot. Yoga. Jumping off the side here because you avoid the hater trap when you do that. Oh, you. I will take the time to cook that lizard. There we go. Didn't fail this time. Get rid of you. Just checking around here. What we got here? Alien Roadster, 600 defense versus, what are we wearing now? 411 defense. That is good. And I mean 600 defense remaining of its 1000 defense to start off with. So that's just, yeah. I would take it if it wasn't already half broken. Well, whatever. That's another thing I should mention. I should have like a bonus episode just before this one, or maybe after it. I don't know. About salvaging. It's actually sometimes easier to get strong enough for bosses in this area of the game by salvaging equipment. Like the Alien Roadster pants we just saw, level +2, would be really good against bosses. That level of defense. It's you know, it's red metal upgraded. So this is not the way. Where is the way? Hold on, just checking. Oh damn, the fork in the road over there. Guess we'll be fighting the boss. The hater, if he's here. Oh jeez. Oh nice, they're not armed. That's friendly of them. Lucky, the lucky star. Loink. Well, thank you for being a nice, friendly hunter. Giving me an easy target. Mineral oil. Don't need. Damn it, wasting time. I want to be fighting U-10. Here we go, on the way back. We'll get there. So yeah, salvaging can be a legitimate strategy to deal with the bosses in progression, you know. I don't know if for farming it would be Nitanda? No. No. Don't want Nitanda. Actually, I should have realized that the right way may have been that way. The thing about some of these floors, certain other floors, nearby floors, are actually very close to, well, they're always in a certain perspective from the elevator. Well, not always, some of them. Two bosses in particular, Cohen and Go to 9, red floors, the floors we're on now, 31 to 40. Cohen is always to the right of you, exiting the elevator, and Go to 9 is always to the left of you, exiting the elevator, or at least the direction of the escalator that leads you to their floor is always in those directions. So when you're coming here and you're looking to go to Cohen, the up gold will be to the right, and for the next one, we're not there yet. Okay, Katsuma, this is what we need. For Go to 9 top floors, these are floor 36. Going to the elevator on floor 37, always you turn left when exiting that elevator to find the down purple to reach Go to 9. And again here with Cohen, always turn right exiting the elevator to find the up gold to reach. Actually, after the last episode, I took a quick dip into Nitanda from Togusei. Since that elevator is the escalator is always pretty close to the elevator, usually you can reach it without fighting. Just to check where the lock is, the green lock that can be opened, it's from the other side. So you can't go from Togusei to Nitanda and unlock that. You have to go through U-10, Uchinobu, Nitanda to unlock it. And that also means that worst case scenario, Cohen will be blocking your way to unlock that floor. And I'm not fighting two bosses in a row today. Cohen is going to be another episode. Excuse me? Oh god. Oh jeez. Gotta get out of here. This is just armor breakage and damage central. Whoa! Flying bone tuber. Get out of here. Screw you. Gotta get out of here. The bone tubers are absolutely deadly. They've got the charged up I'm gonna get you attack, and that thing will knock you off the tower. That has some serious distance and tracking on it, so sheesh. Okay, we're in the clear. I don't think they're following us any further. In case they are, I'm gonna make it slightly more difficult for them, so while I continue preparing. This room has a chance of having Camp Synth oil. Considering it's an oil-only floor, it has multiple grades of oil. So this is a good place to farm Chem Synth. Of course, it's not that great because you have to deal with the boss for one of the spawn points. It's behind the boss. Right. Unfortunately, took enough damage to warrant a heal. Healing up. Only have 3,000 health at this stage. Tier 4, 4-star fighters, unfortunately, pretty weak health-wise. Really not good for these top floor bosses. You want to get tier 5 unlocked as soon as possible, get Cohen done. Let's see. So, this fight, mainly, the purpose of this one is to show off the boss's moves. I didn't get to do that last time. We're actually running low on time already. I've been rambling and wasting time and... Take a sip of coffee. I think we're good. Good to go. So, I'll start off the fight using attack shroom, attack up. I'll eat one of those, and I'll eat my, what is this, guard shroom. I know it's kind of cheating. I'm invincible now. But I want to be able to show off the boss's moves and be able to make mistakes. I'm a bit rusty fighting this guy, gal, thing, legitimately. So, yeah. Usually you want to dash to the side as you start, because often, starting off with the laser, that does a lot of damage and very difficult to dodge. A lot of running to the sides. Yeah. Hello. Come on.
Get some.
Get some. Drop kick. I've so far not been able to avoid any attack. Oh man, that is so difficult to avoid. You have to time your dodge perfectly. Anyway, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, I dodged that one. Okay, running to the side. Jumping. That has some splash ground pound damage. Okay, this is an easy attack to dodge. And when do you want to counter attack? Okay, dodging to the side. The drop kick. The sweep you can jump over, but I wasn't close enough to have to do that. Drop kick. The tail is the thing to aim for. That's their biggest weak spot. Damn. Tail swipe doesn't do damage. I didn't manage to dodge it. That is really tough to dodge. I'm gonna wait for another opening and then I'll heal. Opening? Yes? No? Not really. Ow. Yeah. Come on. Oh man. Next time she does that, I will just sprint to the side and see if it can be dodged in that sense. I've been able to dodge it in the past, but I've always been just dodging at the perfect... Yeah. Sprinting. Nope. Sprinting was not enough to do it. No. I'd like to recover. Let me recover. Jesus. Nope. So the dropkick is not an attack that leaves her open enough for you to heal. This one does though. This is a good moment to heal. Ideal actually. I prefer not to die. Pretty long range on that. You can jump over it. Blonk. 3 poison damage, yeah. Oh, that'll kill you. Oh. Oh man, clumsy me. Another opportunity to heal. Running out of healing. I guess you really just want to be having luck with the lasers, that she doesn't laser too often, because that attack is extremely not easy to avoid. The drop kick, a lot of dashing to the side, jumping, yeah. Let's see, that attack also does a lot of damage. The most dangerous attack I think is the ground stomp. You definitely want it. There you go. I dodged it on time. That's the timing for that. Oh, you. Do something I can punish. That one, yeah. That's an attack you can easily counter. But to be honest, like this is a really tough boss to deal with if you don't have like a strong special shroom. Dodge it. Fuck you, laser, bitch. Come on. Oh, we didn't die. Interesting. Okay, she's weak. Wrecked! I'm happy about that. Did not want to die here. Whew. Okay, luckily her laser doesn't do that much damage. Her most damaging attack seems to be the ground stomp. A lot of her attacks are eminently avoidable. Unfortunately, she doesn't have much openings to counterattack. Now, if you do enough damage to her tail, she will start catching fire and like flipping out, and it will short circuit her that she falls to the ground in a very weak state, and then she may actually take extra damage in that state when she's crawling on the ground, KO'd after taking enough damage to the tail. After the laser shot, if you were able to avoid it, that's actually a pretty decent time to get in damage, as you saw. And also when she sticks her tail on the floor and it comes out, it's aiming to your position as she starts the attack. So as long as you get out of where you were, you can avoid that like little sprinkler AoE style damage. Like that has a really small hitbox. It's like about this, the tail going out of the ground. And that's also a decent time to get a few hits of damage in, though she will recover quickly from that after her tail is retracted, and she'll often go straight into a ground pound after she does that. I noticed from farming her on my high level fighters, and I've never really cared about the ground stomp damage because high level fighter, but at this level it might be devastating. Of course, if you start the fight with a guard shroom, what am I saying, guard shroom? Life shroom active, so you can recover from death. Have enough healing items on you, and also attack up is important. The main thing I'd wager is just be a striker, have attack up shrooms, and have some really powerful shrooms. If you don't have access to invisible or slow, the OG, then take some new ones. Take some of the new ones, but just eat a couple of crab shrooms before you start the fight. So bring like 2 tough shrooms, or what am I saying? 2 crush shrooms, like 2 crush shrooms, 2 what do we call them? Vampire fungus. Consume those. And when you start off the fight, then consume the, what is it called? Umbrella Rib or Cat Eye, if you have those with you. And then go to town on her. And the healing from the Vampire Fungus should be enough to deal with the damage you're dealing to yourself by consuming those nerfed versions. Of course, you know, if you play the game enough, you should have some of those rare good shrooms, like the OG. You'll probably have found some of those, or they will have given some of you as a reward for collecting stuff. There we go. I'm gonna try and cook you, because I need some healing. Try and cook. Yeah, there. That's a full heal. Om nom 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 nom. Alright. There's something I want to show off in the waiting room, and yeah. The next video is not going to be exploring the materials. It's actually going to be unlocking the floors that are still locked. I have to get through this U-10 again. So next episode I'll be fighting U-10 again. Hooray! Okay, yeah, just re-equipping my floors armor. I want to keep the armor, this armor for the boss, the knight's stuff. Though I do have enough, U-10 has been kind to me, and I've got enough milk to actually upgrade something of my main armor set that I want to use here, which is going to be amazing. Because as you saw, like 700 defense on the legs, I think. Serious boon. You really want to be using on the floors armor that is actually costing the materials that you find on those floors for boss materials. So if you're upgrading armor that's costing red medals to upgrade, you're pretty much prepared for the content you're in. Like these floors, red medal floors. Koi. No, I don't think I want to go to Koi. Don't think I want to do that. So next run for U-10, I'll be defeating her, excuse me. Ha, you missed. Next run I'm just going to be blasting through her. Next episode I'll be using this weapon. I'll be using some strong shrooms, some attack shrooms, not showing off the moves, just going for a quick kill, which is actually what you will want to do whenever you have the chance. Have a strong shroom that you can just do a quick kill. Right. Oh jeez, all of these guys I skipped a minute ago. I'm strong enough to deal with them anyway. You again. Interestingly enough, this is the one I had just defeated. Oh, you're in a nice, comfy little corner there. This is an enemy I just defeated a minute ago, but the tower has reset, so the haters situation has also been reset, so we're fighting her again. Alright. Oil only floor, but I don't really need the oil, I believe I don't. We'll see. Okay, up to Tokusei, on the way back. Really just gonna have enough time to head back with all the loading times and how many loading screens there are. Next area. Huh. Damn, it's actually cold in here. The air conditioning is doing good work. Here we are. Yeah, it was a quick run to Katsuma this time. It won't always be like that. Just gonna put on my jacket. 24 degrees here. It's probably like 30 degrees in the rest of the apartment. Whoa, big temperature difference. Alright. Come on. Loading screens. You barely make a fraction of the kill coins back that it actually costs you to deal with this level of content. Unfortunately, every piece of armor and every weapon we're using is at the upgrade level that it costs more than 10,000. Every piece. The legs, chest, head, both weapons, everything is costing over 10,000. And we returned with just 6,000. Bear in mind, it costs like 4,000 or 5,000 every elevator up or down from the waiting room at that level. So unfortunately at this stage of the game you actually have to do a lot of kill coin farming on the side just to be able to afford the equipment you need to go up there. You can buy cheap shit, but you won't be able to survive the difficulty with crap like that. Yeah, just something I want to show off here. A little side thing. Our first fighter has in their death bag all of these goodies. Carbon fiber ×3, war black, red metals, golden beasts, steel, all the good stuff. I must have picked those up on either the daily hernia offers or possibly the login bonus. I think for the 4 million downloads they had a special login bonus every day of 3 times a certain rare metal, or what am I saying, a certain rare top tier resource. So yeah, picking up that carbon fiber, that's going to come in handy in the future for sure. Hemp, I actually also need a lot of this stuff. Actually, I don't know if I've got any milk red. I'll check the red guy. Whoa, hey, look at that. Milk red. So I can actually upgrade some stuff. Anyway, we're running out of time. Next episode, U-10 and progress, unlocking. See you guys next time.